Hey, what's up, everyone? DominatorTx coming at ya. So this game came out last Friday. I've been playing offline, not necessarily trying to, kill myself in terms of difficulty. Just trying to enjoy some of the different courses, and so I uploaded some videos of offline as I try to climb the FedEx Cup. This is online, and I switched, I don't know, say this morning to play online, and I played my first online match literally when the game was launched, and I won, and I posted, and I wasn't very good. Thankfully, my opponent, who was a really good guy, was also not used to the mechanics, the swing mechanics, and he wasn't good. But I won, and then, so here's the thing. The game is very difficult online because it's at pro difficulty. It's not even the highest difficulty. There's a master and legendary difficulty. So what's the difference? You see that little blue line, white line on the right hand side? Now it's gone. When you play offline, beginner level, or I don't know, intermediate level, the bars are wider, meaning if you swing and the blue lines are outside of that white box or white line, you're not going to be penalized. Whereas online at pro difficulty, it will penalize you. So I've been practicing. My tip number one is you have to go to the driving range and make the difficulty to pro and practice all your clubs. That way you get a feel for what you need to do. Now, you see how my putting blue line was perfect within the white line? It wasn't perfect, but pretty near perfect. So with the birdie, I won this match, and I leveled up, and I got a nice little outfit and 250 currency. And then this is the second match. I'm going to just show you some of the highlights. Now, you see how even though I was perfect in terms of my blue line, it showed you that I was very fast in my downswing. So very fast causes a hook, whereas very slow causes a slice. I wanted to show you that even though you pull it, in terms of straight, your right analog stick perfectly straight, you can still hit wayward shots. So you need to pay attention to two things. Tempo, downswing and then upswing, because you can't be too fast or too slow. You're going to slice or you're going to hook, just like I hooked. But that doesn't mean you're going to lose, because you don't know what your opponent, what his game is. So right now he's lane 2, and he's in the sand, and I've lane 1. Now look, you saw I actually clubbed up, because when you're hitting out of thick stuff like this, trust me, you have to club up at least 1. You figure out whether you should club up 2 or 1, but I clubbed up 1, and it was the right call. Otherwise I would be hitting right next to him in the sandbox. So that's pretty good out of the sand. Now, one thing I would say, pro difficulty or not, online, hitting out of the sand is actually one of the easiest things to do, which is kind of counterintuitive, because in real golf, people avoid the sand because they can't hit out of it, but 2K made it not that bad. So that should have been a birdie, but you see, I just wanted to show you how good my putting stroke is. It's within that narrow white line. This happens quite often. I like to get on a streak of wins. I won two in a row, as you can see here. I think I'm just going to get better and better. My strategy is, like I said, my first tip, which is you have to go to the driving range and set your difficulty to pro and practice your shots. Okay, so this is the second hole. We're playing the back 9. Look at this, very nice. You know, the thing to do is not panic. You have to get one of those two. That's my tip number 2. Even if you downward swing, your downswings are either fast or slow, you cannot have the blue lines outside of your swing plane. So you have to master the blue lines, and then hopefully you get your timing right with fast or slow and get that just perfect with your downswing. So he makes a very good putt. But I just wanted to show you once again clutch putting. See my blue line was perfect, up and down. So that's how you make putts. You know, that's my tip number 2. You have to get used to how to putt. Putting will kill you if you don't master that. Again, set your setting difficulty, go into practice and go putt and get that backswing and upswing. If you can at least get that blue line to be within the white line, I think you'll be very successful in putting. So my drive was pretty good. I mean, this guy, I feel like, you know, he's not horrible. You just saw him par a hole. I'm telling you, these pro difficulty is no joke. And if you can par while you're playing online, that tells me you're pretty decent. Now, I wanted to show you this. You see how he's using a driver? Don't do that. You're at almost 50% heavy rough. Now, even though he made good contact, look at, he barely went 160, 70 yards. Now, if he used like a 4-iron or a 5-iron, I guarantee you he would have gotten an extra 30, 40 yards. And the name of the game, whether you're playing real or online or just, you know, offline golf, the name of the game in golf is to be as close to the hole as possible with every shot. Okay, so that's, so anyway, so as you can see here, I'm not concerned because I'm lane 2 and I'm right next to the green. So that was actually a pretty good shot because it brought me all the way to the hole. So he's lane 3 and I'm only lane 2. So you see how I'm going left because the ball's below my feet, and you see how the ball's just shot straight to the right side. The physics of this game is pretty good. Somebody asked me, I posted this in PlayStation, and somebody asked me, is it just like the EA golf game? And I told him, I said yes, except it's, you know, better physics and it's just improved version of it, I guess. But you know, the graphics have improved. But yeah, the physics, it's just much more realistic. Look at that beautiful putt. Look at that beautiful putt. So I'm up 2, and this is 10, 11, 12, 13, so the third hole. You're not going to win every hole. Sometimes you're just going to make a mistake, and because you're playing match play, don't worry about it. You see how my blue line is perfect, but it says fast. Thankfully it wasn't very fast, so it looks like a nice little draw instead of a hook.
He's ready to go. Let's see how this hole goes for him.
So let's be quiet, give him a chance to swing, because what we don't want to do is go boom during his downswing. I'll cause that, right? No, I'm just kidding. I don't talk while I'm playing. And I guess I could, but I don't. You know, I record and then I talk over it because I don't want them to hear what I have to say, right? Okay.
Good luck here. I would love to.
So a long putt like this, you see how the arrow's going from left to right? The white lines are moving from left to right. It's really hard to read and putt like. I mean, but I try to get my blue line to be within the white. It wasn't perfect, that's why it went right. Plus the contour of the green was going right anyway. But so unfortunately he missed his par putt, and I'm about to make a putt for my par to win the hole. So I think this particular round, even though it's online and pro difficulty, I think I'm gonna finish like 2 or 3 under. I birdied, you know, some pretty good holes, and this one was truncated because I won the match. We didn't have to play all 9 holes, which is always really nice when you're playing match play. See, even though my swing is fast, my blue line was pretty straight. You have to sort of, just like in real golf, if you slice, if you hook, you know, one hole to the next hole, that, you know, people usually say you're not a good golfer. You have to miss one way, and same thing here. I'm choosing to be more fast versus slow in my downswing. That way I can be consistent, because it's easier to fix, just like in real golf, a hook or a slice. But if you're doing both, then you got a lot more problems than just, you know, just that. But another beautiful approach by me. So he's lane 3.
We've got 12 feet to go here,
and he's still out. You know, the worst phrase in golf, right? You're still out. So here's another birdie putt opportunity.
this match to Dormy.
So he actually made that putt, which was pretty amazing. Again, it's not easy when you play online, because, you know, there might be lag too. You see, that was another perfect putt. You just gotta practice, but it's not hard. Once you get into the groove, trust me, you're in the groove. So, you know, you can do it. You know, if you're slicing or hooking and you're like, oh, I hate this game, don't give up. I mean, look at this. That's a perfect drive on pro difficulty online. Thankfully, there's no lag. You know, you're playing 1 versus 1, so hopefully you're not taking up too much bandwidth. This is a pretty good drive, actually. So, you know, you don't want to take any hole for granted. You want to win every hole, because you don't know if you're going to get, you know, the ips, if you will, or just, you know, get lagged and you just can't do anything right. So you just want to win as many holes as you can. So that's a really nice shot. So he's there in regulation.
Second shot here on the 16th.
So I always go up to the green, and because wind is going from, you see, left to right, southeast, it's going to push my ball from left to right. So that's a perfect swing. You see, it says perfect. Slightly fast, but now, you know, he's still out. So in this case, you know, because I'm up 3 with 2 holes to go, by virtue of tying him, I win the match. So it says to win the match. You see right below DominatorTx 16th hole, it says to win the match. So this putt is to win the match. So that wasn't as good as I could have, but, you know, to win the match. See? So back-to-back wins. I'm getting more comfortable. Again, go to the driving range and practice on pro difficulty and take it online, and hopefully I'll see you there.